discover why kissing the sweet melanin of a broad that I met in the Netherlands. Address me as Marcus Clay, the developing veteran. That's why I got no time to...
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 45 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early. He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Dotson in motion right. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And his kick is good. And the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. In motion, right goes Smith-Schuster. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. You talk about this Washington defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes add up into points against you.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll keep it on the ground. Street. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. A little short pass. This is Everett. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down now. Street pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Two yards still to go. Third down now. In motion right goes Smith-Schuster. Third and 2. Now Wilson. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on third down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 63 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Cook again, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2nd and 3. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. Back to throw again. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 25-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Throw right side complete to Dotson. So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders, with his 11th touchdown on the ground, number 13 overall. And the Commanders are able to move back in front. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 10-7. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Wilson. A little short pass. This is Everett. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And 3rd and 1 now.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded at the 33. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. The offense on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw here. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And they'll send Kupp in motion right. Now a give right side. Street. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. From just across the midfield stripe, here's second and a couple. Play action. Now Wilson. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down. Street. They'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here's Wilson to throw. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Third and 4. Now they'll bring Tony in motion left. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Great job of tackling there to prevent the first down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
Sly able to put this one through, and that will knot us up at 10. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
Different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First down now, but that clock rolling. They're going to look to throw. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Second down and 3. Back to throw. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Able to locate his man Slayton on an out route. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Wilson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
A yard all they need, but it's third down. Now it's Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff up the middle. Street. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. Now Wilson. Street's got it complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now a first carry here for Robinson. Past the 20 for a short gain, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Gets this out quickly to Dotson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Nice little juke. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 93 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. That sack by Khalil Mack. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll set up a throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forcing throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just.
And the Commanders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Second and 5.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, right at the 15-yard line here. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Here comes the Rams punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll take it at the 42. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 2nd down, they'll run it here.
And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 111 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. Touchdown!
Darius Slayton, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Point after here coming up. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Now they'll bring Tony in motion left.
On 2nd down, Street. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end Everett in motion. A quick throw caught by Kupp out wide.
Fighting his way through contact. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
Motion left, Kupp.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's a give up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Now it's Wilson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. In motion, the tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Chase Young
in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This offense so far on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return,
and they will take over 1st and 10.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, LA! Gerald Everett, 64 yards.
And the Rams are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Back to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
This crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches.
And he's caught. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense. Say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Out left to Dotson.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Wilson to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
And the defense here giving him no recourse but to get out of bounds after a gain of just a yard.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one, got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Now Wilson.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. So a victory here for the Commanders.
And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10